Hi, good morning. We are Shift Design, and we are a London-based design company, and we will sell this door and relative product. And then my colleague Sophia will talk to you about this door and what we have here. So, Sophia, please start.
Hi, I'm Sophia. We're called Shift Designs and we sell doors with product like that. So right now we have a range of 4 different designs. We have this one with the rods. This is one of our early prototypes that demonstrate. The idea is to create an alternative to sliding doors that has a really easy movement and that creates a really aesthetically pleasing design that is quite innovative and works well in spaces. So as a company, our ethos is that we want to redesign and reinvent traditional things like the door in a new way. So we have 4 different designs for the door. We have the one you've just seen, and we have the triangle-based design, which moves like this. And then we have a system with 8 panels, so it's similar to, if you imagine 4 of these, and it opens up into 4 different parts. And then we have a system with an epictroid curve, which also has a similar motion to this. We've also expanded our company to include other products outside from doors, so we have window shutters, which work in a very similar way. We have a room partition, which will divide your room into 2 separate spaces, through 2 sliding doors, which will fold into one and then rotate 90 degrees to form a small area. And then we have a very simple cupboard, which has a shift door on the front, which makes it a really interesting piece of work. Milan's here to tell us about our company and how it's formed.
Okay, we're a very new company. We're London-based. We have a studio and workshop in London. We've had interest from artists. We had 15 artists who put their work on our door, and they're currently in Atelier Contemporary in Austria. They're sold for €8,500 each. And for that reason, we want to make something cheaper, so we can sell them in cheaper DIY stores like B&Q, Wickes, and other furniture stores. That's why for this primitive door we're aiming for cheaper materials like this cheap MDF wood. And I'm going to pass on to Sandra who's going to talk about this.
So basically, when we're going to try to sell our product into cheaper DIY stores, the products we aiming to sell are the shift doors like these, which the standard price, we've got 6 standard sizes, and the price for those would be £800. And also we would like to try to do a bespoke door, so if a customer's got a custom size door, like door frame, so we would have to get a specialist out there, measure it out and work the price out for them, and we're aiming to have it as £1,000 maximum for that bespoke door. We're also trying to hit the Mediterranean market with these window shutters, because mainly in UK or no one really uses window shutters, so we really like the idea, so we kind of try to get across over to Mediterranean side. And then the shift partition room, which splits the room in 2 or opens up a bigger space, that will be sold for around £15,000. And the shift cupboard would be, which is just over there, will be sold for roughly £300. These prices are based from right of our beginning of company. We're hoping to set up factories and reduce the price the more we sell. And we are trying to find out cheaper materials we can use to reduce our costs, because admittedly they are quite high at the moment, but that's what we're trying to work on now. So manufacture so far would take up to a week to manufacture for standard door sizes or a standard product, and it will take it will be up to 10 days for it to be manufactured and delivered from the order date. For bespoke items, we would aim to produce the product and deliver within 20 days. And yes, that we're aiming to have the quality of our doors for over 4 years. That's as a standard. Obviously, like, we need to put more research into our materials to longden out the warranty and make the product cheaper, which we're trying to achieve now. Yes, thank you. Is there any questions?
Oh, thank you very much.
Who do you see paying £15,000 for a room divider?
Oh, 1,500, sorry, it was 1,500 mark.
Ah.
It wasn't 15,000.
What size would that be?
It would depend on the room. Because we can't have a standard size because each room is different.
I mean, what do you get for £1,500?
Oh, you would get this door, which is, it's got a lot of mechanisms that it would spin around 90 degrees to create a big room. You spin it back around 90 degrees and it kind of opens out.
But is that for a set length of 2, 3, 10 metres? For that sort of price?
3 meters.
Or
3
anywhere?
metres, yeah.
3 metres, good guess.
No, because each of these are metre wide,
Yeah.
and we've got 3 panels there. So.
So it would largely be in metre modules and variations on
The
that.
panels are a metre by metre, so it's a metre by 2 metres. So if you had 3 of them, it would be 3 metres.
But did you say if it wasn't a standard size,
We do bespoke as well.
do bespoke? How, I mean, the materials that you're using, very lightweight? Because for the structure to work, it would need to be sort of quite light, presumably, rather than sort of heavy
Yeah. The
material.
ones in the art gallery are a lightweight wood and then they've got steel holes. So in this early prototype, it's MDF and we had issues with memory.
What other materials do you see yourselves using? Apart from MDF?
We would like to use, maybe try plastic, metal, more solid wood, but like at the same time try to make it as rigid as possible. Because by trying to use these cheaper materials, we're finding like a lot of bowing problems and fixing problems at the same time. So that is something we to make it.
Yeah, those can metre wide, that would bow as well.
Yeah, that's what we've got to put our research into more.
And what about, I'm just thinking I've got a door at home, it's a sliding door and I absolutely hate it. And, something like that is appealing to me, but the sort of soundproofing sort of side of things, because it's a cloakroom.
Well, it does shut tightly with the seals to create soundproofing. That would have to be, I think, developed. It would have specifically to make it work perfectly, but I think that's something we can do.
The installation, do you do that? Can anybody? Well, obviously, if it goes to B&Q, then you're relying on DIY people at home fitting it. Is this easy to do yourself?
That is our aim, to make it as our aim is to basically use the original kind of door hinges that you use at home already and hopefully develop the product so it will be easy to install as a normal door by using the normal door hinges. But that is in a development process.
So we talked about how we'd have like a separate strip down the middle that we would screw into a door frame, which would have these the lazy seasons. And they would attach to it and it would swing back.
How could you use a normal hinge on that?
Well, that's what we're trying to develop now. But the idea
It wouldn't
is that
pivot around the central bit you was hinged, would it?
the hinge will come out round this way. But the idea is that we would have like a bar coming straight down there that would bolt onto the frame, and that's where we would have the bar there. That's where our door would get fitted.
So that's where the hinge comes in.
Yeah.
So is the price for just the door, or is there another version of it with a frame? Is it frame plus? Does that make sense, sorry?
Does the price include the door and the frame,
Well,
or just the door only? I mean, presumably you have to have the frame.
most household would have the door frame already. It's
So this fits into any ordinary door frame?
That will be the general idea, yes.
Well, it wouldn't, because not many people have a double space for a door frame. You
No,
would
but
just have a
the
single
idea
door.
is that we would have this bar here, but which would fit onto the original door frame, and then it would work like a sliding door. Essentially, you would just need, this will be the hole that you walk through, and then all you do is just slide over the wall next to the door
Yes.
frame.
Yes.
So the only frame that will come with the actual door would be just this frame here that would fit onto the original door frame at the house.
So there's a kind of a manual or a kit of parts that would come with the product.
Yeah.
And where, I missed that, where were you set up for manufacturing, where are you making these?
So far, we've just got a little studio and workshop in London.
Right.
Because we're still developing, we haven't mass produced yet, so we just got a little workshop that we all work on.
Just the four of you, so is the business just the four of you?
Just for us.
Right.
How much did you say the single unit would be like that?
We're hoping to have the starting price at £800 as a standard, but as we're trying to get into the market and get factories to build this door, we're hoping to lower the price, maybe even down to 500 or lower.
Did you say a big part of your market might be to artists?
And that's how we started. Hence why the doors are so expensive, because they got individual artists work on them, and we've had few interest in it, in the doors.